So in this video, I'll be covering the very basics of sedimentary rocks. So watch this video if maybe you're in high school or like the very start of uni and you just need a base understanding. But I wouldn't say this is going to help you pass your geology exam in third year. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, so sedimentary rocks are defined as rocks that are made up of sediment. Okay, so that's the very basic definition. And so what does this mean? So over time, sediment is eroded or weathered off other rocks, and then it can become lithified, as in turn into rock. And that will become a sedimentary rock. So there's a few different mechanisms for this. So the erosion side of things, it can be water, so you can have waves, rivers, rain, freezing and refreezing, so like freezing and then thawing and then refreezing. You can also have wind, any mechanism that breaks a rock down from big pieces into littler pieces. And so that's the weathering and erosion side of things. And then if we move that to lithification, rocks once the sediment is put under pressure, it will slowly turn into harden and turn into rock. And so we have so that process is known as lithification, and during that process changes can happen to the rock, and that is called Diogenesis, which means basically changes to the rock that happen post-burial. And so often this takes place in the ocean, so often you'll have sedimentary deposits in the ocean. So sediment will be washed off the land and into the ocean and form into rock over time. This can also happen in rivers and anywhere that sediment accrues. Under glaciers, you can get glacial diamictites, which are basically... I'll get into that in a second, actually. So this video, I'm not going to be going through an extensive list of different types of sedimentary rocks, because there's many, but I'll just give a couple of examples. So one, is glacial diamictite, which is a bunch of bigger bits of sediment, like smaller rocks, big small rocks, mixed in with smaller bits of sediment to make an uneven mix of sediment. And then you can also get something similar to that called conglomerate, which is usually formed by a river, where you have rounded stones inside a matrix of smaller bits of sand. Then you can also have sandstone, which is basically just a sedimentary rock made up of sand-sized particles. And then you have a mudstone, which is a sedimentary rock made up of very small, fine particles, mud. And then you can have limestone, which is a sedimentary rock made up of small fragments of calcium carbonate, usually from shells. So that can be big or very tiny. So, and then there's lots and lots of other different types of sedimentary rock, but those are just some of the main ones that, so hopefully that'll give you a bit of a better understanding. And now, just to finish off the video, I have some examples with me, of sedimentary rocks. So this is a piece of Wellington greywacke. So this is a sandstone. So this was formed at the bottom of the ocean a few hundred million years ago. And so this is what is known as a turbidite. So this is formed from a submarine landslide coming down the continental shelf and depositing sand on the sea floor. And what you see these veins in it are quartz veins, which happened during Diogenesis. So these are veins that are formed through cracks in the rock. So that is a piece of Wellington greywacke for your perusement. Then here, I have a piece of, I believe that this is, let me just look, I believe that this is a sandstone with large fossils in it. So I wanted to show you this rock because it gives you an idea of how sedimentary rocks can have fossils in them. So this is I believe, an oyster in here. So this is about 2 or 3 million years old, so it's not the most compacted. I can sort of get bits of sand off it. So sedimentary rock can go through many different stages. It can be very new and young, and you can kind of break it apart and stuff, or it can be like this piece of greywacke, where you could bash your head against this piece of greywacke for ages and your head would come off second best. So this is a piece of sandstone with some nice big fossils in it. And then finally, I just thought I would show you a cool shell fossil inside mudstone. So you can see here that there's some shells. This is a shell here, and then there's mud in the middle. And I believe this is 3 or 4 million years old, although don't quote me on that because I actually can't remember where I found this. But yeah, so thanks very much for watching. I hope that gives you a better understanding of sedimentary rocks. Thanks for watching.